I want to tell you a little intro about our trip to India, and then we can all kind of share what we learned, just a little bit about what each of us learned, and then we can show you some pictures about it. This is just a little map to help you understand where we went. This is India, and we went to Calcutta in this little corner, close to Bangladesh in West Bengal. So Calcutta is where we went. And just getting there was an adventure. It was, to say the least, an adventure. We went from Seoul to Shanghai, Shanghai to Kunming, Kunming to Calcutta, all with 3 adults, 2 babies, about 7 suitcases,
8 suitcases,
a piano, 2
2
guitars,
and 3 carry-ons.
yes, backpacks and everything.
That's a bag around my head.
Yeah, Miss Susie was a warrior. We had to go through the airport without a trolley, carrying all our stuff because they wouldn't let us have the cards, and through the subway and elevators. It was a nightmare, but we made it. We got to Calcutta in the middle of the night, and we were all exhausted, of course. And my kids screamed through that whole entire night. So the first encounter with India was quite a challenge and quite a wake-up call, especially you feel the heat when you get there. When I walked up to the check-in counter at the airport, I see a cockroach scurry across the counter, and I'm like, oh, where am I? But it was also really exciting. I love traveling, and I love seeing new places. And then the next morning, when I woke up after the harsh night, I woke up to this, sun and jungle and colorful clothes on the roof, drying. This is the roof of the orphanage. And God just gave me a little bit of grace the next morning to kind of be like, okay, I can do this. It's going to be fine. So, those are my first impressions of India. For me personally, it was a really hard time, but good as well. I've shared with some of my classes about this. Hard in that our purpose there was to do a music camp for the orphans. So there's a group we stayed in the house with the boys. There's 2 houses. The girls' house is down the road. But anyways, we would bring the kids together and do these music camps. And we taught them piano and guitar and ukulele and recorders and drums, all in a week. And we kind of did a concert at the end of the week. And, I couldn't teach them a lot in a week, but just kind of basic skills that hopefully they can build upon. But it was hard teaching them and being a mom. The kids got sick. It was so dirty. There were tons of bugs and lizards. And there was only a squatty potty that didn't flush all week. So it was tough. It was really tough for me, but it was also super rewarding. And would I do it again? Yes. I'm so thankful for the experience. I'll let you continue. No.
I think what I wanted to share with you is when I was first asked to go to India, I said no. One of my students' moms said, I'm going to India, and we would like some teachers to come, and we do what's called sidewalk school. We go into the slums, we tell them we're going to do school, and then whatever kids want to come, they come and sit on the sidewalk and you teach. And I just said, no, I don't think so. And she asked me the next year, and I had the same answer, no, I don't think so. And when she asked why, I said, oh, I've just heard so many things about India. It's dirty, it smells. Ugh. I'm really embarrassed now. Now I feel actually ashamed that was my answer. And I think I've talked to some of you also about going to India. Essentially, you guys said the same thing that I said. I've heard it's, smelly, it's dirty, it's, whatever. And, the thing that really hit me on this trip is that we went to the 3rd orphanage. There's 3 orphanages. We went to the 3rd one, which is way out in the boonies. Well, 10 hour. We had to take a train. We slept on the train through the night. And then we got off the train and we got into kind of like a Jeep. And then we went 2-hour drive to the orphanage. And you're doing this. the whole ride because the roads are so bumpy and whatever, right? And I had a cloth over my mouth because, of course, it's very dusty. You know, it's not, you know, whatever. And we get there, and the kids. Do we have a picture of? Sorry, that
Third
means
one,
jumping
third
ahead. I'm sorry. Okay, never mind.
Third one,
But we got to
Remote Village.
I'll go back, but these are the
okay.
kids.
So
she's
we
talking about.
got to
Yeah.
these kids. Okay, these kids had never had a visitor before, never since the orphanage has been running, and I think it's like 7 years. They've never had a visitor. Sung Sue and I were the first visitors there. First white person, first Asian. It was pretty cool. They had never, ever. We brought, a lady from our church gave me a bag full of little ponies, My Little Pony. And a young girl from Canada had knit some, crocheted some beautiful little stuffies. And so we gave them their very first toy they ever received in their life. And when I got to know these kids, and we just got to hang out with them for a day, but it just really hit me. Here's what hit me, guys, and I want to challenge you. We make decisions either out of fear or love. Guys, think about every decision you make. You either make it out of a fear or out of a love. And you know, the first time I got my opportunity to go to India, it was out of fear. Second time, out of fear. What made me go the third time was love, because my daughter went and lived at this orphanage for 5 months. And she came home and she said, Mom, Dad, Abby, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, she goes, you have to go to India. Mom, you gotta trust me. You will fall in love with India. And because I know my daughter knows me, I said, okay. And so literally we got on a plane and with Abby and we went to India. And I have fallen in love with India. And here's the second part. Now that I've gone, because we have such a connection with all the kids, they ask every time, will you come back? Will you come and see us again? When's the next time that you're going to come? And it's not because we bring great things. Last year we had Christmas. We had a paper tree on the wall. They'd never had